Alright, so I'm not going to go ahead and get it because I think it's going to be kind of annoying, but reading from the Zelda Wikia, to get it you have to have caught a Hyrule Bass, a Hylian Pike, and an Ordon Catfish inside the fishing hole, and also obtain the Coral Earring. With all these accomplished, it can be found at the northernmost edge of either the east or the west bank inside the fishing hole. Link must bobber fish, casting along the wall, until he reels in the sinking lure instead of a fish. If Link selects this lure with Henna in the boat, she will say it is illegal and confiscate it. However, it can be reacquired in the same manner it was obtained before. Henna's brother, Koro, she's talking about that picture. She explains the reason they are illegal is because they changed the fish's feeding habits, disrupting the balance of the ecosystem. So, yeah, it's kind of a big deal for her, I guess. Anyway, I think there is one more marble game, so let me go ahead and do that real quick. Oh, that's hers. Thought I already looked at this, apparently not well enough. You know, it's generally considered polite to take your hat off when you come indoors. Not for me. Roll go level 1-3. Oh man. This one looks crazy. Let's go. When are we gonna put in the sick jumps? Until she gets bored when she's making her own, like, marble minigames. Roll goal. You cleared it. Guess I'll have to make a new course. How many courses are there? You know, I was thinking about that thumbstick thing I was talking about, and there actually is something that PCs kind of have that kind of emulates a thumbstick a little bit, and that would be racing wheels. You know, racing wheels, the big pedals and the wheel that would the pedals would sit under your desk and the wheel on top of your desk kind of deal. That actually does have sort of that incremental, a lot of noise. That does have that incremental, not 100%. You can choose how much force you put into a turn kind of thing. So I guess there is kind of that kind of thing, but that's not a common PC controller device, I feel. That's a kind of uncommon-ish one. Oh man, there's lots of courses. Oh man, slopes? Oh wow. The difficulty, it has increased. I was thinking, if after all this I end up getting a stamp, I'm going to be very upset. It's going to rekindle my eternal rage for stamps once again. This has to be a heart piece or something. We got to get something good out of this. How much free time does she have? How much free time does she have? Look at this one. Look at this one. Look at this diabolically evil one right here. Oh, I did it. Oh, I just realized this is how she keeps her fishing business alive, right? There's no way from that, 20-something rupees and the 100 rupees for a guide. There's no way that well, I guess that 100 rupees is a lot, but if you were a real fishing pro, you wouldn't need the guide. So, there's no way she makes enough money off of this really remote location as a fishing hole. She swindles people out of their money with this stupid pinball, the marble ball game. Look at this! Look at this! Oh, I got it! Wow, that was really hard. That last one right there. I've earned the right to use the frog lure? Huh? The frog lure? Give it to me. Oh, you mean whenever I'm, like, fishing out there in the boat. What does the frog lure do? I don't really feel like going and seeing, so let me see what it says online. So apparently the frog lure is different because Link has to wait a short time on the fish bite before setting the hook in order to have any success in catching fish. It's also apparently helpful in catching the legendary Hylian Loach. It can only be caught in the northern cove. You can catch it with either the frog lure or the sinking lure, but the sinking lure is okay and the frog lure is okay and the sinking lure is bad. Apparently only floating lures are allowed, because that's... I don't really understand. But apparently that's true. Doesn't do whatever's wrong with their feeding habits or whatever she complained about. What are these? What are you? Why is the ground... Why is there 3 things on the ground here? What is this? Oh, they're worms. Oh, that's a different kind of bait. I forgot about that. Yeah, get some worms. Worm food. Alright, so that took me a long time, and frankly, I mean, you'll obviously have seen it by this point, but let's just say that I'm currently at an hour of recording at the moment, for a point of reference. I'm gonna cut a lot of that out. Because that took a lot longer than I thought it would. And I don't know how long it's going to take, but since we did already try this little minigame over here once and I failed at it, I'm just going to skip it for now. Because we did do it at least once, and that's all I'm really concerned about in terms of the Let's Play, just to try it. We do have the star game, and probably a number of other things that I'll have to look at and remember. But I will need just a moment, because I'm out of water, so I'll be back in just a bit. So I was on my way over to Hyrule Town, because we got a couple things to do over here. And, got some mail arrived. It always seems to arrive right when I come to Hyrule Castle. But anyway, the Star Game has new challenges and thrills, which we'll have to deal with. Just got a letter for that. Got a letter from Junior. Oh, that's the... Okay, yeah. Ugh. Update from Shad. After we parted, I tried that word on all the statues I could find in Hyrule, but it was a disaster. How disappointing. But if I let something so small to get to me, my dear father will scoff at me from beyond the mortal coil. Going back to my sanctuary in Kakariko, or to the sanctuary in Kakariko Village. So maybe that's like where we're supposed to go before the mirror? I don't know. I certainly don't mind checking that out at some point, before we head over. I didn't notice this before. Look at all the townspeople. Not all of them, but some of them have little Malomar bags. That's funny. I didn't ever notice that. I was just stopping for a second because I had a little snack and I was eating some. Because I got really hungry. Hi, girls. How are you doing? Hello, puppy. Adore me. Let us go complete round 2 and you will all just swoon for me yet again.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fine day. I awaited you, good sir. The Star game created with you in mind, good sir. It's a special arena that costs 15 rupees a shot. Dare you try it? I'll do it. Many thanks, good sir. The game will begin once you enter the cage. May chance favor you. Good sir, are you at the ready? Then away we go! So you Spike Pit, come on. We have to have the dual claw shots for this. Otherwise it just doesn't happen. And just like before, we kind of have to follow the right patterns. Though they give you a lot more time, but I think there's a lot more orbs to grab. You kind of need to follow patterns and get them in, like, first. Otherwise, you kind of get into bad situations. Oh man, listen to them swoon, though. I think you have a bit more freedom of movement in this than you did in the first one. The first one you had to make pretty precise movements, but this I think it's not as bad. I think we're gonna get it though. Might not be like a spectacular time, but definitely seems like we'll get it. Yeah, there we go. What the? You did it? Oh, what a magnificent day this is. The debut of a superstar. Let huzzahs and accolades ring forth. To the superstar I shall give this. A giant quiver holds up to 100 arrows. Congratulations, yes, well, and truly, you've claimed what you sought, so you're likely all through, Many thanks for playing, good sir. Don't come again. He's so salty. And yeah, that's all we got for the Star game. I think the only thing left would be to... Hi. It is me. Ah, yes, hearts, excellent. The only thing left really to do at that point would be to improve your times, but I don't really need that. There were a few other things. There was a wolf that could once again teach us a special move at the entrance to Hyrule Castle. Oh, I don't need it, but I figured we'd at least take a look at this. This is the fortune teller, who is kind of useful if you're, first time playing and you don't have access to the internet, I guess. Or you don't feel like doing it. Welcome to the fortune-telling house, Fondi's Palace. Fanati's. The fates swirl about you, and only I can tell you what they have in store. The door to the future will open for 10 rupees. Good, so which door will you open? So you can learn, of course, about where you go next in the story. You can learn about heart pieces or be done. Do you fear looking into the future? It is well then. Come again when life's questions confuse you. I think that actually is a kind of interesting relic of a time gone past. Is putting, especially in like a long kind of RPG game, is putting in a fortune teller kind of person whose job is to, you can spend some money and then figure out where you're supposed to go next in the game. Which, like I was alluding to, the advent of the internet kind of makes that near pointless. I mean, sure, if you want to avoid getting spoiled, it's kind of nice to have a in-universe, in-game fortune teller, here's where you go next kind of person. But at the same time, it's, well, it's not really that necessary. Because you can just look up any number of things online now. Which, around the time this game was made, the internet was certainly a thing, but maybe No, that was even kind of past the GameFAQs time, wasn't it? You know, I mean the GameFAQs time in the sense that GameFAQs was like the place where people would go online and ask each other questions because there wasn't much else online for them. And now I feel like GameFAQs is kind of a relic of a time gone past, but that's just me. But you know, older games like Nintendo 64 games, specifically I'm thinking of Paper Mario, had that kind of mechanic, and it was useful then because you couldn't find out that kind of information, you know? Your best chance would be Nintendo Power, you know, gaming magazine kind of thing. I don't know, sorry for rambling, it's just kind of a thought of mine. So now I have 2 bugs at my castle. We only need 22 more bugs till all of them are here. Please do your best to find partners for the ones that are not already paired up. So yeah, I could give her the bugs, and I think if you give them all to her, she gives you like a really big wallet. Though at that point I feel like it's kind of useless because you already gave her all the bugs. But maybe that's just me. So once again, dual claw shots come to save the day. Allow us to get to this chest right here. Aw, come on. I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. They seem to really like putting stamps in places that you can easily see ahead of time but can't actually access. They really like that thing, actually, don't they? Alright, so that's all for here. Let me go to, Hyrule Castle entrance, and there should be another wolf there. Alright, let's get set up for the next hidden skill, shall we? Also, this is a really surreal kind of place to be. The music just drops out and you can kind of hear the, like, the low rumbling from this shield wall or whatever it is. Like I said, it is a little surreal. I like it though. I don't know. I find little stuff like that to be pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of the big wall from Wind Waker that surrounds all of like Hyrule Castle or whatever it is. We meet again. There are but a few hidden skills left for me to teach you. I have warned you of this before, but if you fail to execute the hidden skill I'm about to teach you, your life may be forfeit. Do you still wish to master the skill? What, are you going to kill me if I don't learn it? Oh man, let's learn about the mortal draw. Very anticlimactic. Pulls out sword, puts away sword, pulls out sword again. The jump strike. Oh man, the jump strike. What is the jump strike? I forgot about this one. One of the basic sword techniques is the jump attack. Inflicts great damage, but none would call it effective against multiple foes. To perform the jump strike, prepare a jump attack. Oh, I remember. This is like a big smackdown move. But focus power in your blade. The surge in the blade releases can strike all enemies around you. Yeah, it's a cool move. I don't know how often we'll use it, but it's nice against crowds, I guess. The jump strike, lock on with ZL, and then press and hold A. It's kind of like the usefulness that the spin attack has, but with kind of the speed that the jump attack has for it. Impressive. Do not forget the timing for releasing the power you've just felt. The 6th hidden skill, the jump strike, has been passed on. It's another one of those like, oh look, it's another cool move that you don't really need. But then again, almost none of these moves you actually need, so, you know, it is what it is. You're already endowed with the strength required of the hero. Do you not feel the courage granted by the strength as it guides you step by step towards your true enemy? Believe in your strength. Continue to push forward unflinchingly, and without straying from your path. May we meet again. Alright, cool. So I think there's one left. And I find that to be a neat mechanic. Anyway, I'm sure there's a couple other things that we could definitely do. There is... Let's see. Well, I know there's something in Ordania. There's something in Hyrule Field. I remember that as well. Maybe fastest to go to Kakariko Gorge. I'm not sure, though. There's something... Yeah, there's a couple little somethings here and there. So I think we're going to just try to hit him as I run across him. So we're back in Link's house all the way from the very beginning of the game. And I don't think I ever actually opened this chest in his basement. Which you need the lantern to get. Even if, like, you're physically right in front of it, they don't let you get it without the lantern. It's got a purple rupee. You know what you say? I completely forgot. Hey, look! Reflection of Link. Isn't that cool? It's actually a little bit spooky as well, isn't it? I don't know how I feel about that. But yeah, there's a number of little, like, rupees and probably stamps for us to collect along the way that I'm just gonna kind of run across and see if I can grab. Just for, you know, little fun things we've seen but haven't been able to get as of yet. Alright, so apparently my timing was impeccably bad. It's nighttime, so I can't get into the ranch, which is where I was trying to go. So we're not doing that right now. What is that up there? Is that a warp point, or what is that? Sorry, I got immensely distracted by something. I think, yeah, that's definitely a warp point. It just looked weird for some reason. But yeah, my timing is really bad, so we're going to move on to over here. This was a chest that I haven't been able to do anything with. Because it's all blocked off. Well, you actually can, now that we've got claw shots. That's all you need. This very much feels like a stamp, because it's a very exposed, but you just couldn't get to it kind of chest. No, it's rupees. Okay. That's cool, I guess. I wanted to mention it just because I happened to see it. That new Legend of Zelda game, I think it's called Call of the Wild or something like that. They just released like an E3 thing on it. It's Legend of Zelda Call of the Wild. It's that new one that's coming out for, I think, the next generation Wii console, or Nintendo console, I mean. I watched that E3 thing, that little E3 video. That thing looks really cool. I gotta say, I'm very much looking forward to that. Alright, so here's another one that we kind of ran across at one point, but couldn't do almost anything about, once again. It's this little area back here, which once again we need the claw shot for. You'll notice pretty quickly that the claw shot seems to be very necessary for a lot of secrets in this game. Which is why it and the dual claw shots are so cool. Now, admittedly, I hadn't really done any major, like, item seeking. Or, item seeking. Hadn't been majorly on the lookout for anything since about the time I got the claw shots, but even still. The claw shots do seem to be used for a lot of things. There's even a Poe up there for us. There we go. We don't even need these platforms. Well, actually, we probably do. Oh crap! It's turning daytime. Or at least it's on its way to becoming daytime. I don't want it to be daytime yet. I haven't gotten this Poe. There we go. We're getting there. Oh, and a dig spot too. You're so generous, game. Oh, good. Skull bats. Oh, yeah. Ice bats too. Oh boy, what prize are we gonna get for this one? Is it gonna be good? Is it gonna be good? Oh, it's not good. It's very bad. Alright, and finally, the biggest goal of all. I love for each other. And rupees! Excellent. Alright, that's all I needed from over here. Let me head back to the ranch. I think, I'm sure there's some other things. I've got about 2 more things for us to do, so let me head back over there. And we'll get to those.